Welcome to our first third place game of the day here at the Western Trails Conference Tournament, the final day where champions will be crowned. Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineups. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Emma Martin's in there today. Also in there, Riley Schultz, same as yesterday the rest of the way. Lindsay Simonson, Braylon McKimmey, and Kylie Goings, the 5 for the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Got to this point losing to the number 1 seed Bridgeport yesterday, 67-31 after picking up an opening round win on the road at Mitchell. And excuse me, Morrill will be the visitors on the scoreboard. Gordon-Rushville will be the home team on the scoreboard. So now let's meet the visitors on the scoreboard from Morrill. Michaela Dykes leading things off, the freshman. Madison Carrizal is the junior. Claire Edwards, the freshman. Brooklyn Brown, the senior. And Caitlin Walker in there to round out the starting 5 for the Morrill Lions. The visitors on the scoreboard came into this tournament as the number 2 seed, but got upset last night. 41-39 lost to number 6 seed Kimball as the Longhorns advance to take on the Bridgeport Bulldogs in the championship later this evening. Starters continue to be announced. This is our first of 2 third-place games here in our final day of Western Trails Conference Tournament coverage. Happy to have you along. Thanks to everyone who's been listening and watching along on KDB TV. Just about set to go here. Gordon-Rushville will rock the home white uniforms with the light blue trim, orange outline numerals. Morrill out there in their road blue uniforms, yellow numerals outlined in white. Morrill will work from right to left. Gordon-Rushville from left to right to begin this contest. Once again, Trayton Harmon, happy to have you along for this third place contest in the Western Trails Conference Tournament. It'll be Caitlin Walker facing off against Emma Martins to begin this contest in the circle. So Walker and Martins facing off. And we're ready to go in this third place game in the Western Trails Conference. And the tip-off is going to be won by the Mustangs of Gordon-Rushville. They will work from left to right to begin this contest. McKimmey has it on the left wing, driving inside, cross-court pass into the hands of Goings. Goings to Schultz in the corner, batted around, scooped up by McKimmey straight away. McKimmey from the right elbow, can't knock it down, and that'll be Claire Edwards coming away with the rebound for the Lions. Edwards surveys, brings it back to the straightaway mark. Kick out to Brooklyn Brown in the corner, trying to knock down a 3, and she does. Brooklyn Brown knocks down a 3 to open up scoring in this contest. This is a matchup of 2 teams that met just over a week ago, with Gordon-Rushville winning it on their home floor 49-33 over these Morrill Lions, once again just 8 days ago on the 31st. Goings on the right wing, guarded by Carrizales to the top, Schultz. Schultz to the corner, McKimmey. McKimmey will try baseline, pick up her dribble just inside the arc. Goings resets the offense on a bounce pass, and out into the corner, Schultz. Schultz fires a 3, rattles out of the iron, ball batted around, picked up by McKimmey on a long rebound beyond the arc. Goings now, right wing, Schultz at the free throw line, drives inside the lane, kick out into the corner, long 2 on the way, can't knock it down, can Lindsay Simonson. Michaela Dykes picks up the rebound, and Brooklyn Brown now has it. Claire Edwards barks out instructions between the rings, drills down to the left wing, brings it back to straightaway. Right side, Michaela Dykes, bounce past Walker. Walker gets smacked in the face, and a foul going to be called. Schultz is going to pick up the foul, and it is immediately apologetic to Caitlin Walker. Riley Schultz picks up her first of the contest on either side. Into the corner, Brooklyn Brown eyeing a 3. Now we'll kick it out to the top, Claire Edwards. Edwards pulls it back straight away, right side, Michaela Dykes. Dykes surveys inside, bounce pass into Caitlin Walker. And another foul going to be called on Gordon-Rushville. This one looks like it's going to go against Emma Martins. That's number 10 for Gordon-Rushville, Emma Martins. Brooklyn Brown to trigger it in, gets it to Caitlin Walker to the top, Carrizales. Carrizales left side, Brooklyn Brown after triggering it in. Back at the top, Carrizales, catch and release 3, can't knock it down, scuffs the front of the 10, rebounded by Dykes. Dykes from the left side, can't lay it in, gets her own rebound once again, and she'll be fouled going up for it. And another foul. See, that goes against, that's going to go against Emma Martins. Emma Martins quickly picks up a second. 3 fouls in the quarter for the Mustangs, and Rowan Simonson will replace Riley Schultz. Bounce pass into the corner, Brooklyn Brown. Brown to the top, Claire Edwards. Edwards, right wing. Kick into the corner, Carrizales. Carrizales back to the top. Dykes resets on a pass to Brooklyn Brown. Brown from the right, left wing into the corner, Claire Edwards. Short bounce pass to Carrizales in the corner. Ball batted around. Bounce pass taken away by Rowan Simonson. 3-0, Morrill on top thanks to a Brooklyn Brown three-pointer to open up scoring. Nearing the 5-minute mark, Emma Martin's at the free throw line. Has it taken away, Brooklyn Brown. Now Michaela Dykes will take it away for the Lions. Dykes up the floor to Brooklyn Brown. Brown back to Edwards. Edwards to Dykes. Dykes to Walker. Walker eyes a three from the left wing. Can't knock it down. Rowan Simonson elevates in the middle of the lane for the rebound. Goings will bring it across the timeline for Gordon-Rushville. Looking for their first score nearly 3 minutes into it. Rowan Simonson at the free throw line. Turnaround jumper. Can't knock it down as it touches just the side of the nylon and goes out of play. Morrill takes back over. Caitlin Walker will trigger it in from the Gordon-Rushville baseline. Gets it to Claire Edwards. Edwards cross court. Brooklyn Brown on the far side into the front court. Edwards, right side. Brooklyn Brown back to Michaela Dykes near side. Edwards. Edwards surveys Carrizales on a bounce pass in the short corner, trying to feed back to Edwards. Another takeaway for Rowan Simonson. Kylie Goings into the front court. Left side. Simonson has it. Lindsay Simonson. Right side. McKimmey. McKimmey. Martin's on the right elbow. Back to McKimmey. McKimmey driving right. Kicks into the corner. Bring it back to the top is Goings. Goings bounce pass to Lindsay Simonson. College three on the way. Can't knock it down off the inside of the iron. Had plenty of strength. Michaela Dykes rips down the rebound beyond the arc. Edwards pumps the brakes just as she crosses the timeline. She'll feed down to Caitlin Walker. Walker takes one dribble towards the lane. Kick back to Dykes into the corner. Carrizales. Carrizales back to Dykes. Top of the arc, Edwards. Edwards hands off to Brooklyn Brown. Brown will bring it back between the rings. Brown down the left side, kicks out to Dykes. Dykes catch and release three on the way. Nothing but nylon for Michaela Dykes as she buries it from the left wing. Michaela Dykes, nothing but three-pointers for the Lions in the first quarter. 6-0 over the Mustangs. Lindsay Simonson holds it on the left wing and dishes back to the top to Goings. Now McKimmey. McKimmey, a long three on the way, and it comes up short from well beyond the college mark. Caitlin Walker brings it into the front court for Morrill after they get the rebound. Walker on the right side of the lane. Brooklyn Brown prevents a turnover, and this ball going to be blocked away, and Gordon-Rushville back on it. McKimmey left side, Goings. Goings into the corner, brings it back to the straightaway mark right side on a pass to Simonson, back to Goings. Rowan Simonson, the intended target, taken away. Caitlin Walker trying to go coast to coast. Has a step on Goings. Walker going to have to just bat that back into play. And now Goings gets it to Martins, who feeds to Lindsay Simonson. Now Goings will bring it into the front court. 6-0, Morrill Lions. Goings on the left wing, feeds down low. Emma Martins trying to dig in against Caitlin Walker. Lowered her hands, so she's coming to the line after Emma Martins sinks it from the left side. Martins has the first two for the Mustangs, and she's coming to the line with a chance at three. Caitlin Walker picks up the first for the Morrill Lions in the quarter. Riley Schultz into the contest for Gordon-Rushville, replaces Kylie Goings. Madison Carrizales out to the bench for Morrill, replaced by Cheyenne Spoor. Emma Martin's lefty freebie, rattles around and falls out. Ball batted around, Cheyenne Spoor comes away with a rebound. Caitlin Walker hits a spin move in the backcourt as she brings it across the timeline. Right side, Michaela Dykes. Back to Walker. Walker down the middle of the lane, kick out to the corner. Brown. Brown catch and release three on the way. She knocks it down from the left side. Brooklyn Brown knocks down her second three of the first. It's 9-2. 2:30 to go in this first. Schultz at the volleyball spike line. Passes to the right side, McKimmey. McKimmey will drive baseline, getting by Walker from the right side. She can't lay it in. Ball batted out of play. Last touch by the Mustangs. Morrill gets it back offensively. Out of bounds, Lady Lions ball. Near side, Michaela Dykes. Defenders collapse on her. Has to work it back to the middle of the floor. Throws it into the backcourt, and McKimmey's there to pick it away. Brooklyn Brown working against her defensively. McKimmey from the right side can't lay it in, and Claire Edwards is going to come away with the rebound for the Lions. Edwards eyes up as she crosses midcourt. Bounce pass to Dykes. It's going to be able to keep it in play. Now back to Edwards, straight away, left side pass, thrown right into the hands of Emma Martins. Turnover for the Morrill Lions. 9-2 inside of 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Madison Carrizales to check in at the next break for the Lady Lions. Into the corner, Lindsay Simonson, catch and release three. It's a liner, it won't go. Ball batted around. Who's going to scoop it up? It's going to be Claire Edwards picking it up, wastes her dribble. Now it's a feed back and a timeout by head coach Alicia Hawkins on the Morrill bench. We step aside with Morrill leading it 9-2 on KNEB TV.
Western Nebraska Regional Airport. Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
Trey Harmon back with you with the Morrill Lions leading at 9-2 over the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs in this WTC third place game. To follow this one is our boys third place game between Scottsbluff County rivals Morrill and Mitchell. Head coach Alicia Hawkins, first to use a timeout in this contest. Morrill has it. Caitlin Walker to trigger it in from the Gordon-Rushville baseline. Walker has it on an inbound to Dykes. Keeps her eyes up. Works to her right, feeds Brooklyn Brown on the far side. Back to Dykes, left side Walker. Walker, skip pass to Carrizales on the far side, trying to feed down low to Spohr. Another interception for Rowan Simonson. 9-2, 1:25 to go in the first quarter of play. Riley Schultz, right wing extended. Back to the left, Lindsay Simonson. Straight away, she'll have it. Simonson right side, Schultz. Schultz dribbles towards the baseline. Feeds over the top, Rowan Simonson in and out of her hands. She's back on it. Can't get it to go off the right side of the glass. Picked up by Lindsay Simonson on a rebound right at the arc. McKimmey on the left side. Dribbles down towards the corner. Bounce pass now to Schultz at the left elbow. Ball batted out of her hands. Walker going to come away with it, and she's found by Lindsay Simonson on a push. Simonson, or make that Emma Martins, will pick up her third.
Foul on number 10, Emma Martins for Gordon-Rushville.
Kylie Goings will check into the contest for Gordon-Rushville. Replaces the aforementioned Emma Martins. Already working with 3 fouls. Not even completely through the first quarter. Caitlin Walker, long pass to Michaela Dykes. Quick tip to Brooklyn Brown. Brown straightaway, feeds to Dykes. Dykes back to straightaway, now the right side Edwards. Edwards surveys back to Brooklyn Brown, who pulls it back to the right wing. Edwards now straightaway, left side pass, Dykes. Dykes bounce pass to Walker, congestion taken away by McKimmey. 38 seconds on the clock. 5 seconds separating game and shot clock. McKimmey in the corner picks up the dribble. Bounce pass to Rowan Simonson on the right wing. Takes one dribble inside the lane. And it's going to be a jump ball called as Simonson enters the lane. Ball back to the Morrill Lions with the shot clock off. 29 seconds remaining in the first. Walker pushes up the floor. Dykes to Edwards. Edwards crossed the timeline. Simonson draped on her. Dishes to Brooklyn Brown. To the top, Claire Edwards. Edwards right side, Dykes. Back to Edwards. Edwards back to Dykes. Ready for it this time. Doesn't go through her hands. Bounce pass inside. Caitlin Walker. A lot of forced passes on the inside for the Morrill Lions early on. Brooklyn Brown catch and release. 3, but that's been consistent for them. Brooklyn Brown, 3 for 3 beyond the arc to open up the contest. 12-2 lead for the Morrill Lions as we head to the second quarter. Here in our girls' third place game in the Western Trails Conference Tournament on KNEB TV.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
I would definitely recommend Allo's business services to other companies. Allo's next-gen firewalls have allowed us to tie 6 physical locations together along with numerous remote employees to produce and collaborate and generate content for our local radio group. It is very important for Nebraska Rural Radio Association to have the best in internet and phone service. We rely upon that every single day. Allo provided me with a solution that fit our needs. They have a quality product, great technical support, and a local presence in their community.
Trey Harmon back with you as we get you set for the second quarter of action. Morrill Lions out to a 12-2 lead over the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. It'll be the Mustangs with the ball out of the quarter break. Riley Schultz will have it on the near sideline. Four of her teammates waiting for her directly in front. Schultz triggers it in as they discuss who will be taking on who defensively. Schultz on the right wing has it back in her hands. Goings left side, Simonson. Lindsey Simonson back to Goings. Simonson. Now Goings back to Schultz. Schultz on the baseline, back to the top. Simonson, catcher and release jumper from the free throw line, swirls out of the iron. And Caitlin Walker tips it to herself. Rebound for her. Trying to work quickly across the timeline. Will pump the brakes on the right wing. Down to the middle of the free throw line. She won't be able to get it to go. Cheyenne Spore has to go between her hands. Brooklyn Brown cleans it up. And a jump ball called as McKimmey gets tied up with Brooklyn Brown. Ball will stay with the Morrill Lions near side. Claire Edwards will trigger it in for the Lady Lions. Edwards surveys, and it'll be Caitlin Walker with it at the free throw line. Drives down the right side of the lane, and ball blocked out of her hands by Rowan Simonson, but contact made with the forearm. So a foul on Rowan Simonson. She picks up her first. Caitlin Walker to the line.
Foul on Gordon-Rushville, number 34, Rowan Simonson.
Walker's first, knocks it down.
Caitlin Walker, the Jersey starter for Morrill.
Cheyenne Spore out of the contest. Madison Carazal is back in there for the Lady Lions. 12-2 their lead. Should be 13-2. Second on the way for Caitlin Walker. That one pops out of the iron. Goings left side. McKimmey, jumper from the left side, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Schultz underneath the hoop. Dishes back to Simonson. Rowan Simonson can't get it to go. Last touch by the Lady Lions. McKimmey at the free throw line to the right side. Bounce past Schultz. Schultz lays it in from the right side. Schultz's first points of the contest come in the second quarter after a scoreless first. Scoreboard still leading 12-4. Should be 13-4 in favor of the Morrill Lions. Walker right side pass to Dykes. To the top, Edwards. Brooklyn Brown to the top, Michaela Dykes. Into the corner, Claire Edwards. Edwards bounce pass into Madison Carazal, trying to dig in against Lindsey Simonson. Can't get it to go, gets her own rebound. Walker, jumper from the baseline, rolls over the iron. Ball batted around, Brooklyn Brown has it in the corner. She'll bring it back to the top. And now she'll be fouled by Lindsey Simonson, who will pick up her first. Scoreboard corrected now. Simonson picks up her first. It's Lindsey Simonson. Morrill maintains possession. Madison Carazales will trigger it in from in front of the Gordon-Rushville bench. Edwards makes her way down towards the left wing. Looks right to Michaela Dykes. Steps into a three with her left hand. Straight through the nylon for Michaela Dykes. 2 threes, Michaela Dykes. 3 for Brooklyn Brown. As all field goals for the Lady Lions right now coming from beyond the arc. Goings. Right side kick. McKimmey just inside the arc. Can't knock it down for 2. Ball batted around. Rowan Simonson can't get it to go on the putback. Ball batted around. A foul now going to be called on the Morrill Lions as Kylie Goings hit the deck. That'll be Michaela Dykes picking up her first of the contest. First for the Morrill Lions in this second quarter. Lindsey Simonson, right wing 3 on the way. It's a liner that comes up short and will go out of play. 16-4, Morrill Lions take back over. Caitlin Walker will get it in. She'll be the trigger man across the timeline working against the defense of Kylie Goings. Gets some separation as she dribbles towards the right wing, kick back to Edwards. Right side, Michaela Dykes. Catch and release 3 on the way. She can't knock that one down as it rattles out of the iron. Lindsey Simonson coming away with the rebound after ripping it away from a couple of Morrill Lions. Gordon-Rushville back to offense, 16-4. 5:15 to go in the second. Left side. Into the corner. Lindsey Simonson, liner of a three, can't knock it down. Ball batted around. It's going to be a foul on Brooklyn Brown for making contact with Riley Schultz. That'll be Brooklyn Brown's first. Second for the Morrill Lions in the quarter. Cheyenne Spore into the contest for Caitlin Walker. Riley Schultz, the trigger man from the baseline. To the top it goes to Lindsey Simonson. Right side, McKimmey. McKimmey to the baseline. Kicks back to the top. Stolen away, Claire Edwards. She did this all day yesterday, trying to go coast to coast. From the right side, she can't get it to go. Lindsey Simonson will be called for the foul as she made contact with Claire Edwards. That'll be the third of the quarter for the Mustangs.
Foul on number 20 of Gordon-Rushville, Lindsey Simonson. That's her second.
Claire Edwards to the line for the first time today. Finished with 5 points yesterday, all in the second half. The freshman toes the nail for the first time. Edwards' first freebie on the way, off the back of the cup and spit out to the right. To the bench, Lindsey Simonson. Into the contest, McKaylee Campbell. Edwards back to the line, fires with the right hand. That one will fall through after some theatrics. All of Morrill's points coming either at the line or beyond the arc. 17-4, they lead it. Near side, McKimmey. McKimmey from the right side, knocks it down. Nothing but nylon for Braylon McKimmey, her first field goal. Bounce pass, Michaela Dykes feeds it back to Claire Edwards. Edwards on the far side crosses the timeline with some speed. To the right side, she'll go, and it's going to be a foul. See if they call the charge or the block. Discussion, they're going to call a block, and Claire Edwards coming back to the line. And now a discussion about who the foul was on. That foul going to go on Kylie Goings, picking up her first. Gordon-Rushville's fourth as a team as Claire Edwards back to the line on consecutive possessions.
Gordon-Rushville. Number 22, Kylie Goings. That's her first.
17-6, 4:31 to play. Edwards to the line for a second time. Her first on the way, off the back of the cup and right back to her.
Claire Edwards is at the charity stripe for Morrill.
Edwards on the season, shooting right at 40% from the line coming into the tournament. That one spit right back towards her as well. 17-6 remains the score. Riley Schultz into the front court, Gordon-Rushville. Left side pass to McKimmey. McKimmey feeds down to Campbell. Campbell from the left side back out to McKimmey. McKimmey to straightaway, pulls away, picks up a dribble left side. It's Schultz. Schultz to the left elbow, floater, throws it underneath the hoop, and now a foul going to be called. Madison Carrizales picking up the foul. So Carrizales picks up her first, and Riley Schultz to the line for a couple. 22% free throw shooter on the season. Schultz fires her first off the back of the cup and rolls back towards her. Caitlin Walker back into the contest for the Morrill Lions. Kylie Goings to the bench, replaced by Ashlyn Denny. Schultz, the senior, back to the line for her second. She knocks it down. 3 points in the quarter for Riley Schultz, 17-7, 10-point advantage, Morrill Lions. Madison Carrizales down the near side, picks it up just before she crosses the timeline. Now Caitlin Walker will bring it across. Halfway through the second quarter, Claire Edwards between the rings. Some congestion on the left side of the arc, and now this ball poked into the Gordon-Rushville bench, last touched by Denning. It'll stay with the Lions. Dyke surveying, gets it into Edwards. Edwards to Brown. Brown on the left wing. Dribbles towards the baseline, feeds Walker, and now foul going to be called. It's going to be going against Rowan Simonson.
Called down low on the floor. It's on number
Rowan Simonson picks up her second. That'll send the Lions to the bonus the rest of the way this quarter. So Caitlin Walker with another trip to the line. Her second, 1 for 2 earlier this quarter. Rattles out to the right side. Walker back to the line, fires her second. It'll rattle off to the left side. She's unable to track down her own rebound. Denning gets it but throws it to Brooklyn Brown, and now jump ball going to the Mustangs.
Jump ball. Possession to the Lady Mustangs.
Gordon-Rushville will bring it into the front court. Right side pass to Schultz. Schultz to the top, Denning. Unable to track it down. Now she does. Feeds McKimmey left wing. Back to Denning. Denning, free throw line jumper on the way. She pulls up, knocks it down. Nothing but nylon for Ashlyn Denning, her first. Now just an 8-point lead for the Lions. Walker down the right side, kick out to Dykes, to the top, Edwards. Edwards back to Dykes. Dykes back to Edwards. Now the ball going to be batted away by Gordon-Rushville. Will stay with Morrill. Right in front of the Gordon-Rushville bench is where Caitlin Walker will trigger it in. Dykes has it. Flips to Edwards. Edwards brings it back to the logo. Edwards to Dykes. Shot clock ticking away. 5 seconds on the clock at the free throw line. Walker now drives to the right side, and a foul going to go against Rowan Simonson. She made forceful contact with Caitlin Walker.
That's number 13.
Check that. They're going to give that foul to Campbell.
Caitlin Walker to the line for Morrill.
Caitlin Walker's third trip to the line this quarter knocks down the first. Walker toes the line once again, spit out to the left side. Dykes comes away with the rebound. Now ball loose on the floor. Dykes on top of it. And a timeout called by head coach Alicia Hawkins. We'll step aside with him. Just a 30-second timeout. We're back after this.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
Trey Harmon back with you. 2:43 remaining in this fourth quarter of this third place game between the Morrill Lions and the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Michaela Dykes will trigger it in from underneath her own hoop. Lindsey Simonson out there for Gordon-Rushville, newly checked in. Dykes surveys after slapping the leather. Surveying the floor, inbound pass to Carrizales. Carrizales from the right side, can't lay it in. Dykes gets the rebound, and she's trying to pull away. Jump ball going to be called. Will stay with the Lady Lions.
Will stay with the Lady Lions.
Carrizales to Dykes on the baseline, back to the top. Now back to Dykes. Dykes catch and release three on the way off the top of the glass. Edwards tracks it down beyond the arc, down to the corner. She goes looking for an outlet. Will hand it off to Brooklyn Brown, and now travel going to be called on Brooklyn Brown if she tried to walk away with it.
Gordon-Rushville's ball.
McKimmey dribbling across the timeline. Right side, Lindsey Simonson. Three on the way, knocks it down. Just catches the inside of the iron and falls through for Lindsey Simonson. First three of the contest for the Mustangs. It's 18-12. Carrizales fires from the left side, can't fall. Schultz comes away with the rebound. Schultz left side pass. McKimmey. McKimmey to Schultz. Schultz down the right side. Her jumper on the way. Can't knock it down too strong. Rebounded by Michaela Dykes. Doing a nice job rebounding this contest. Inside of 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Edwards dribbles to her right. Looking inside, back to her left, Dykes. Dykes back to Edwards. Brown on the right wing surveys. Picks up her dribble at that mark. Trying to feed over the top to Caitlin Walker. Another forced pass inside the lane for the Morrill Lions. Taken away by the Mustangs. They're back on offense. Left side, Schultz. Drives to the left elbow, kicks out to Simonson. Now into the corner, McKimmey. McKimmey to the baseline. Her jumper on the way, won't go. Michaela Dykes gets her hands on the rebound defensively for the Morrill Lions. Caitlin Walker down the right side. Lindsey Simonson waiting for her. She can't lay it in, but she'll come to the line and shoot two. Lindsey Simonson picks up her third. Caitlin Walker to the line for two.
Game on the shot. Shot number 20 for Gordon-Rushville. Lindsey Simonson. It's her third. Caitlin Walker to the strike for Morrill.
First one through for Caitlin Walker. Rowan Simonson back out there for Gordon-Rushville. Simonson to the bench alongside Campbell. McKaylee Grover out there as well. Walker back to the line for her second of the pair. Can't, and she will knock it down. (20-12) inside of a minute to go. Schultz to the left wing. Kick out McKimmey. McKimmey trying to feed Simonson. Kick out to Grover. Grover's three on the way. Off the back of the iron. Won't go. Rebounded by Denning. Denning can't get it to go on the putback, and Carrizales comes away with it at the right elbow. Kayla Walker, left side. Pumps the brakes. Lost it. Ball still being batted around, and Grover's going to come away with it. Left side, Riley Schultz will bark out instructions. About a second difference between shot and game clock. Jumper from Simonson won't fall. Rebounded by Claire Edwards. Ball batted out of the hands of Edwards by McKimmey. Schultz on the right side. Can't get it to fall. Ball batted around. Will go out of play. Last touch by the Lions. Clock turns off. 15 seconds remaining in the quarter. Cheyenne Spohr will check into the contest in place of Caitlin Walker. To the top, Simonson from the free throw line. Her jumper will fall right through. Rowan Simonson's first field goal of the contest. 20-14, 6-point advantage for Morrill. 7 seconds remaining. Ball poked out of the hands of Brooklyn Brown by McKimmey. It will stay with the Lions right in front of the scorer's table. Kayla Dykes will trigger it in, surveys, bounce pass to Brooklyn Brown. Two defenders collapse on her. Brown at the buzzer will fling it up off the inside of the iron, rebounded by Simonson. Now Brown pulls it away. It'll be a jump ball, trying to see if they're going to add time back. They will just head to the halftime break with the Morrill Lady Lions leading it 20-14 over the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs in this WTC third place game on KNEB TV. We're back after this message.
Conference basketball tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco. Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference basketball tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Lessard Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel.
Place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Are you tired of being tired? Sweet Dream Sleep in Gering is ready to help you wake up feeling refreshed. Dr. Brittany Meyer provides consultation for both children and adults to identify sleep disorders such as sleep apnea, insomnia, periodic limb movement, and more. Dr. Meyer and her nurse practitioner manage treatment with follow-ups using in-person office visits and telemedicine to navigate insurance requirements. No referral is necessary. Sweet Dream Sleep Services. Better sleep, better health.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug.
Trey Harmon back with you at the half. Morrill Lions leading it 30-14, or make it 20-14 over the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs in this Western Trails Conference third place game. Let's take a look at your halftime numbers. First for Gordon-Rushville. They're paced by a couple with 3 each. Riley Schultz, Lindsey Simonson, both of those with 3 points each, and then 2 apiece for a quartet of Emma Martins, Ashlyn Denning, Braylon McKimmey, and Rowan Simonson. For the Morrill Lions, they got a hot start from Brooklyn Brown, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc in the first quarter. Behind her, Michaela Dykes has 6 points, 4 points for Caitlin Walker, all at the charity stripe, and 1 point to Claire Edwards' name as we're at the half of this one. Our first 2 contests of the day. First game of the day was the girls' 5th place contest between Mitchell and Hemmingford. Mitchell wins that one to claim 5th place. And in our boys' 5th place game, it was the Hemmingford Bobcats defeating the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs to claim 5th place. This is our first of 2 third-place games. Next up, it'll be the Morrill Lions and the Mitchell Tigers facing off in our second third-place game before we turn our attention to the championship games. Once again, at the half, 20-14. We're back after this for the second half of action on KNEB TV.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by WNCC, Brindle's Restaurant, Travis Hawk Shelter Insurance, Bunkhouse Trailer Sales, and by Allo. Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Trey Harmon back with you, just about set for the second half of action in this WTC Girls third place contest. Out of the halftime break, it'll be the Morrill Lions with the ball working now from right to left. Check that, it'll be Gordon-Rushville ball working from right to left. Morrill working now from left to right. Up next, about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one, it's the Morrill Lions and the Mitchell Tigers facing off in the boys' third place contest. Teams matched up earlier this season. Mitchell took that one after Morrill had a slow start. Morrill looking for a little revenge in this third place game. As we turn our attention back to this one, Gordon-Rushville will have it with Riley Schultz. 2014 your score as we enter the third quarter, and McKimmey will bring it into the front court for Gordon-Rushville, first possession of the second half. Schultz, right side pass. Goings, back to Schultz. Schultz, McKimmey, right side. Back to Schultz. Schultz feeds Goings. Goings on the right wing, head fake, now drives down the right side of the lane. Ball blocked away, going to be picked up by Edwards as the Mustangs turn it over on their first possession of the second half. Walker almost loses it, back on it. Edwards now to set up the offense. Edwards surveys, picks up her dribble. Now to the right side, Dykes. Dykes to the right side, Carrizales. Carrizales, Dykes. Dykes right wing, surveys, left side, back to the top with Brown. Now Dykes, they'll just work it around the horn, looking for separation on the inside. Another pass inside for Walker, that's taken away. Gordon-Rushville doing a great job defensively, preventing Caitlin Walker from getting any leverage on the inside and shutting down that passing lane. 20-14 to score as Gordon-Rushville back to offense. Martins on the left side. Bounce pass back to McKimmey from downtown. Knocks down the three from beyond the college arc. Braylon McKimmey's first three of the contest cuts the Morrill lead to just three. 20-17 your score. Left side pass, Brown. Right side pass, Edwards. Check that, that's Dykes. Dykes back to the top, Carrizales steps into a long two, knocks it down. Nothing but nylon. Madison Carrizales, his first field goal. 22-17. Schultz to the right side to Goings. Martin's at the free throw line. Down the left side with the left hand. She knocks it through, and she'll come to the line for an extra. Emma Martins didn't play a whole lot in that back half of the first half, thanks to 3 fouls that were collected in the first quarter. The Morrill lead now 3 once again as Martins toes the line, and Michaela Dykes picks up her second. Martins lefty free beyond the way, straight through the cylinder, and she brings her total up to 5 in the contest. Left side, Claire Edwards. Edwards now bounce pass to Dykes. Dykes down low, trying to find Walker on a cut, taken away once again. Morrill just unable to link up with Caitlin Walker currently. Right side Goings will pull it back out of the lane. 3 on the way for Simonson. Swirls out of the iron from beyond the arc. Dykes tracks down the rebound after a couple of deflections. 22-20 inside of 6 minutes to play. Brown to the left wing, head fake on a 3. Back to Edwards. Edwards looking for an outlet, surveying. Feeds it to Dykes on a bounce pass, and she'll be fouled by Emma Martins, who can't believe that she just picked up her 4th. Rowan Simonson quickly to the scorer's table will take the place of Emma Martins. So Emma Martins comes in, scores 3 points, and has to head back to the bench because she picks up her 4th foul. Carzales, Brooklyn Brown. To begin this possession for the Lady Lions, 22-20. They lead now just by 2. Bounce pass, Claire Edwards. Edwards now going to be fouled by Lindsay Simonson. Simonson, she'll pick up her 4th, as now the Mustangs have a pair with 4 fouls.
Number 20 of Gordon-Rushville, Lindsay Simonson. That's her 4th.
Campbell to the bench quickly
And into the game for the Lady Mustangs.
to replace Lindsay Simonson. Madison Carzales to trigger it in from the near sideline. 3 teammates stacked in front of her. Walker down low on the right block. Gets it into Brooklyn Brown. Brown pumps the brakes inside the arc, feeds back to Carzales. Carzales uses 1 dribble, now back to Brown. Brown beyond the arc, pulls it back. Right side pass, Carzales. Carzales to the right side, back to Brown, snags it with 1 hand. Brown to the free throw line, kicks out to Dykes. Dykes takes 1 dribble and throws it off the back of Brown's head. Edwards tries to track it down, but just a miscommunication for the Lions. 22-20, 5:06 to play in the 3rd quarter. Glad to have you along on KNDB TV for this 3rd place girls competition for the Western Trails Conference Tournament. Boys 3rd place game coming up next. For now, Goings, bounce pass to Schultz. Schultz, right side pass, going to throw it into the bleachers, and she's upset with herself as the Lions will get it back. 22-20, they lead it. Edwards back to Caitlin Walker on the far side. Walker down the left side will pump the brakes, kicks back to Edwards. Edwards, right side, Carzales. Carzales has to go off of her shoe top. She has to get back on top of it. It'll be a jump ball. It'll stay with the Morrill Lions on their side.
Jump ball, possession will stay with the Lady Lions.
Cheyenne Spore into the contest for Morrill.
Cheyenne Spore.
Michaela Dykes to the bench. Madison Carzales surveys. Has to get it in quickly, gets it to Brooklyn Brown, who's driving down the right side of the lane. She's wide open and lays it in for an easy 2. Brooklyn Brown held to just 2 points in yesterday's semifinal contest. She's up to 11 through about 2.5 quarters of play. Schultz skip pass on the far side. McKimmey head fake now to the baseline. She'll pop off a jumper, squeezes it off, and it touches every part of the iron as it swirls around and drops. McKimmey up to 5 in this 3rd. Brooklyn Brown surveying, looking. Right side, Caitlin Walker has to get out beyond the arc. Get some separation from the right side. She'll lay it in. Her first field goal of the contest comes here in the 3rd quarter. Caitlin Walker up to 6. 26-22. Right side, Goings has it. Now Schultz to set up the chessboard. Goings has it blocked away. Schultz able to track it down. Down low, McKimmey, long 2 on the way, rattles out of the iron, ball batted around. Campbell had it for a second, and now a foul going to be called against Morrill on the rebound as Campbell hits the deck. That'll be Cheyenne Spoor picking up her first of the contest. Now a long three on the way. McKimmey knocks down another long one. 8 points in the quarter for Braylon McKimmey. Edwards unable to corral that. Now Schultz has it. Walker just has to stand her ground from the right side. And now travel going to be called on Schultz. So Morrill clinging to a 1 point lead, 26-25. Edwards out of the contest, replaced by Dykes. Walker into the front court, not a whole lot of contention in her face. Kicks out to Carrizales. Carrizales to the baseline. Has to feed it back to the top, and it's going to be taken away by Campbell as Carrizales throws it away. Goings at midcourt, dribbles to her right, now to the right side, bounce pass to Simonson. She'll be fouled as Rowan Simonson will head to the line for two as Caitlin Walker made a business decision and forced the foul. That'll be Walker's second as Rowan Simonson toes the line for the first time. 2 points in the contest. In the previous quarter, her first freebie falls off. Hayward and Edwards in for Carrizales and Dykes on the Morrill side of the floor. Rowan Simonson back to the line once again, fires with the right hand. That one pops off the back of the cup, batted around, rebound, going to be tracked down, going out of play. Last touch by Brooklyn Brown. As Simonson goes 0-4 at the line, but Gordon-Rushville maintains possession on the miss as it goes out of play. Last touch by Brooklyn Brown. Left side pass, McKimmey, catch and release three on the way. And McKimmey hit in the face by Caitlin Walker. She'll come to the line for three. So Caitlin Walker quickly up to 3 fouls. That puts the Morrill team foul count at 3. And McKimmey will come to the line. Check that. That was 2. That'll just be a 2-shot free throw attempt. And now McKimmey heads to dad on the bench. She gets checked out real fast. Timeout on the floor as McKimmey is tended to. 26-25 currently as it stands. As it appears there may be some blood on the eye of Braylon McKimmey. It'll go to a full timeout. We'll step aside. We're back after this.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
Anderson a great investment? You're darn right they are. Did you know that for less than your cable bill or cell phone bill each month, you could have new windows from Renewal by Anderson right now? Do the math. Renewal by Anderson windows will likely cut your energy bills significantly. They will likely substantially increase the value of your home. They're a great investment. Please contact our team now and ask about our fantastic financing options with approved credit right now. Renewal by Anderson, a great investment? You're darn right.
Trade Harmon back with you. After the full timeout to 10 to Braylon McKimmey. She seems to be no worse for the wear. She makes her way back out onto the floor. 26-25 inside of 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. McKimmey will come to the line after the Caitlin Walker foul. Just 2 shots on this. McKimmey to the line, fires her first, knocks it down. McKimmey having herself a nice third quarter. She's up to 9, could make it 10 here on this freebie. On the way out of the right hand, it won't go, falls off back to the middle of the lane, ball batted around, and it's going to go off of Edwards. Going to stay with Gordon-Rushville. Morrill having a tough time rebounding currently. Madison Carrizales and Michaela Dykes back into the contest. Dykes has been impressive as a rebounder today. Could use her help right now. Hayward and Spoor out of the contest for the Lions. Back to Schultz. McKimmey at the top. McKimmey almost loses it on the floor. Campbell has it. And there will be a timeout called by Gordon-Rushville head coach Sean McKimmey. We'll step aside. We're back after this on KNEB TV.
Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Lessard Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel.
Trade Harmon with you back at Cougar Palace. We're knotted up 26 apiece after Braylon McKimmey knocked down one of two of her freebies. Riley Schultz has it underneath the hoop, feeds to the top. Campbell at the free throw line. Campbell dishes back to McKimmey from downtown, trying to hit another. Can't convert on this one. Tracking down the rebound is Goings. Now stolen away, Claire Edwards. Edwards will pump the brakes on the left wing and feed back to Brooklyn Brown. Able to pop back to her feet after hitting the deck is Claire Edwards. Edwards now has it as she'll be the trigger man on this possession. Left side, she has it. It's a screen from Brooklyn Brown. Back to straight away. Michaela Dykes has it taken away. Kylie Goings touches it as it goes out of play. Will stay with the Lions. Carrizales from the far sideline with Campbell jumping in her face, and a 5-second violation as Carrizales couldn't find a clean passing lane. Nice job by Campbell with the distraction in the face, and she laughs as she walks away. Basically doing jumping jacks in front of Madison Carrizales. McKimmey to the top, Goings. Right side, Schultz into the corner, McKimmey. McKimmey takes one dribble from the baseline. She'll loft one, and now Kaylin Walker in trouble as she picks up her fourth. Gordon-Rushville will be in the bonus the rest of the way, as McKimmey back to the line just knotted this game up at 26 apiece. McKimmey popped out to the right side. Second on the way for McKimmey in this trip, knocks it right through the cylinder. Up to 10 points in the quarter for Braylon McKimmey. 1:55 to go in this third quarter. Walker kicks out to Brown. Brown just inside the arc jumper, can't knock it down, rebounded by McKimmey on the right block. Right side, Schultz. Back to Schultz. Schultz down the right side, trying to feed into the lane, kicked away by Caitlin Walker. Now for her stoppage of play, so McKimmey can tie her shoe. Schultz will have it underneath her hoop. McKimmey will get it on the inbound. Schultz will track down this pass after Goings taps it to her. Goings, cross-court pass in the hands of Campbell. Campbell to Schultz. Goings back to Schultz. Schultz to the free throw line. Bounce pass out to McKimmey. McKimmey head faked inside the arc. She'll pop off a jumper. Rolls over the iron. Michaela Dykes will pull down the rebound and be fouled by Rowan Simonson.
Foul on the rebound.
Rowan Simonson up to 3.
It's on number 34 for Gordon-Rushville, Rowan Simonson.
Third foul of the quarter for Gordon-Rushville as a team.
Lady Lions ball.
Brooklyn Brown back to Walker. 1 point advantage for the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Their first of the contest. Edwards from the left wing surveys. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Dykes has it straight away. Dykes right side pass, Edwards. Edwards saw an opening at the free throw line, instead kicks it to Carrizales. Carrizales on the baseline, driving in, feeds across the lane to Brown. Brown now trying to dig in, will float it from in front of the iron and uses the glass for 2. Brooklyn Brown, 13 points in the contest. Morrill back in front by 1. Simonson flips back to Goings, now right side McKimmey. McKimmey in the corner, bounce pass to Simonson. Simonson back to McKimmey. McKimmey head fake, got Edwards jumping. Jumper for McKimmey, nothing but nylon.
Braylon McKinney.
12 points in the quarter for Braylon McKinney. 17 seconds left. Could be final possession of the quarter if the Lions play it right now. Poked away by Riley Schultz. Schultz to the middle. She'll be bumped by Claire Edwards, and it'll be a bonus 2 shots coming for Riley Schultz. Claire Edwards picks up her first.
Fouls number 13, Claire Edwards, that's her first. Riley Schultz to the line for the Lady Mustangs.
Schultz in the contest, 1 for 2 at the line, knocks down her third attempt. Schultz back to the line, fires her second, knocks it through the nylon. Riley Schultz up to 5 in the contest, first 2 of the third. Edwards flips back to Walker. Walker, 4 seconds left, driving down the middle of the lane, will float it from that mark off the back of the cup. It won't go. As the third quarter comes to a close, we head to the fourth quarter. Gordon-Rushville leading at 31-28 over the Morrill Lions in this third place contest.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by WNCC, Brindle's Restaurant, Travis Hawk Shelter Insurance, Bunkhouse Trailer Sales, and by Allo.
Trayton Harmon back with you. Ready for the conclusion of this third place contest. 3-point game as we head to the fourth with Gordon-Rushville leading it. On the far side, Braylon McKinney will use the sleeve of her dad's shirt to wipe away a little bit of what may be left from when she got hit in the eye earlier in the third quarter. Gordon-Rushville will begin the fourth quarter with possession to the left side. Schultz kick off this possession. Now Goings to the top. McKinney, far side has it, resets with Goings. Ball poked away by Michaela Dykes. Schultz able to track it down in the backcourt. Now Goings pops back to her feet after a hard collision with Michaela Dykes. Rowan Simonson beyond the arc, feeds to Schultz in the short corner on the right side. Bounce pass to Campbell. Campbell lays it in for an easy 2 on the right side. First points of the contest, McKaylee Campbell. Edwards bounce pass to Carrizales. Carrizales to Dykes. Dykes to the baseline. Looking for an outlet to the top, Claire Edwards. Left side, Brooklyn Brown. Edwards to Carrizales. Carrizales fires a jumper. It won't go. And now a foul going to be going against Caitlin Walker. She just fouled out of the contest trying to go for an aggressive rebound. It's Caitlin Walker out of the contest for the Morrill Lions. She exits with 6:58 remaining. So Caitlin Walker to the bench. Cheyenne Spoor into the contest.
Checking in for Morrill will be number 24, Cheyenne Spoor.
McKinney to the right side, pass to Goings. Goings back to the top, Schultz. Schultz left side, McKinney. McKinney to Rowan Simonson. Caught some congestion and a travel going to be called on Rowan Simonson. 33-28 the score. Morrill to offense, missing one of their key pieces. See how the Lions adjust for the first time without Caitlin Walker. Edwards back to Brown. Brown looking up the floor, goes behind her back as she crosses the timeline on her pass to Claire Edwards. Left side pass, Brooklyn Brown. Right side, Claire Edwards. Edwards, middle of the lane. No foul going to be called. See who the guilty party is. Looked like may have been pointing at Rowan Simonson. No, it'll be Campbell. Nope. That'll be on Riley Schultz, picking up her second. Brooklyn Brown, corner three on the way, rolls over the iron, rebounded by Michaela Dykes on the opposite side. Doing a fantastic job this contest rebounding for the Lady Lions. Brown back to the top to reset. Right side, Claire Edwards. Back to Brown. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Morrill taking more time with it now. Edwards top. Pumps the brakes at the right wing. Keeps her dribble. Schultz looking at the ball, throwing it into traffic is Edwards. And now some congestion. A foul going to be called against the Lions. See who it goes against. It's either Edwards or Spoor. They're going to give that to Claire Edwards, her second. 33-28 as the Mustangs take the floor for offense. Right side, Goings. Feeds in to Campbell at the right elbow. Kick out to McKimmey. McKimmey head fake. Jumper at the left elbow. Can't knock it down. Ball batted around and rebounded on the far side by Madison Carrizales, trying to get away from her defenders. Needs an outlet. Instead, she throws it right to Schultz. Schultz from the right side. Can't lay it in. Spoor going to come away with the rebound. And now a jump ball. And now it's going to be a hold called on Riley Schultz. So she'll pick up her third. Second team foul for the Mustangs. Emma Martin's into the contest, and Lindsay Simonson. Out of the contest, Campbell and Schultz. Brooklyn Brown back to Edwards, facing full court pressure from the Mustangs. Up the floor, Dykes. Dykes pumps the brakes just across the timeline. Now Edwards. Edwards, right side pass to Carrizales off of her fingertips on a high pass. It goes out of play, a turnover for the Morrill Lions, trailing by 5 with 5 minutes to go. Right side, Kylie Goings, flip pass to Simonson. Simonson back to McKimmey. Or check that, that's Goings. Goings now to Simonson. Liner three on the way, rattles off the iron. Ball rebounded by Brooklyn Brown. And that's going to be a double dribble on Brooklyn Brown. Another turnover for the Morrill Lions. Goings will trigger it in from the near side, leading by 5. Slaps the side of the pebbled leather, surveys, over the top pass. She'll get it into Simonson. Rowan Simonson in the middle of the lane. Her jumper won't fall. Batted around, gets her own rebound, falling backwards, puts it back up. She'll come to the line for 2. That'll be Cheyenne Spoor picking up her second foul as Rowan Simonson to the line. Her first on the way, can't knock it down off the back of the cup. Simonson back at the line, fires her second, rattles out to the right side. Michaela Dykes there for the rebound. Brown, right side. Dribbles inside the lane. She'll pop off a mid-range jumper. Rowan Simonson rips down the rebound. Into the corner, Simonson back to the top, McKimmey. McKimmey cross-court pass to Goings. Back to the top, resetting with McKimmey. Right side pass, Rowan Simonson at the right elbow. Back out to McKimmey. McKimmey's jumper won't go. She's fouled by Cheyenne Spoor. She'll come to the line for 2. Check that. They'll give it to Madison Carrizales, not Cheyenne Spoor. Carrizales picks up her second. To the line comes Braylon McKimmey. Can't knock down the first. McKimmie quiet so far in this fourth quarter after a 12-point third, but she knocks down that freebie. And actually it won't count because a lane violation against the Mustangs, so wipe away that point. Edwards down the far side, gets past without much pressure, now blocked away by Emma Martins. Gordon-Rushville leading by 6, back to offense. Rowan Simonson, right elbow, almost has it stripped away, back to the top, McKimmie. Left side, 3 on the way for Denning, can't knock it down, rebounded by Simonson, her put back will fall. Rowan Simonson, 4 points in the contest. Edwards up the floor across the timeline. Middle of the lane, she'll be called for a double dribble. Emma Hayward into the contest alongside Caitlin Britton for Morrill. Claire Edwards to the bench, and Madison Carrizales. (35-28) the score. Simonson on the right wing, kicks into Rowan Simonson, down low Denning, has it taken away by Cheyenne Spoor. Brooklyn Brown down the right side, step through move, it won't fall, she'll come to the line for 2. McKimmie picks up the foul. That'll be McKimmie's first, it'll be Gordon-Rushville's third as a team. Brooklyn Brown will head to the line.
That's just her first. Brooklyn Brown to the line for Morrill.
Brown can't knock down the first of her first free throws of the day. Brown second on the way, knocks it down. Right side, Lindsey Simonson feeds down low to Denning. Denning can't get it to fall from the right side. And now the ball going to be scooped up by Caitlin Britton. Brown down the near side, working against McKimmie. Will bring it back to the center of the floor. Left side drive for Brooklyn Brown. Kick out to Hayward. Hayward can't corral it. Now the ball loose on the floor, taken away by Emma Martins. Martins feeds back to McKimmie. Bounce pass to Emma Martins. McKimmie on the left side. Right side. Simonson will squeeze off a 3, won't go. Denning has the rebound under the hoop, can't get it to go on the first try. Her second try will fall through, and she'll come to the line for 2 for an extra. Ashlyn Denning able to pull down 2 rebounds, get it to go on the second. Chance to extend the Gordon-Rushville lead to 9 points here at the line. Cheyenne Spoor, Madison Carrizales back in for Caitlin Britton and Emma Hayward.
Claire Edwards and Madison Carrizales.
Denning knocks it down to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. 38-29, the Gordon-Rushville advantage. And now a foul in the backcourt. McKimmie's going to pick it up, her second.
It's number 21 for the Lady Hospital, Braylon McKimmie.
Carrizales to Brown on the far side. Brown pushing the tempo. She loses control as it'll be Lindsey Simonson picking up the foul. Lindsey Simonson will foul out of this contest with 2:12 remaining.
That's on number 20 for Gordon-Rushville, Lindsey Simonson. That's going to be her fifth.
That'll also send a Morrill to the bonus for the rest of the way. Kylie Goings back in. Brown's first freebie falls through. 38-30, now the margin for Gordon-Rushville. Brooklyn Brown back to the line. She fires her second off the back of the cup. It won't fall. Rebounded by Emma Martins, who feeds it to Rowan Simonson up the floor to Goings. Head coach Sean McKimmie on the far side telling his team to slow down with 2 minutes remaining and an 8-point lead. Goings at the volleyball line. Left side. McKimmie feeds down low for Martins. Martins turns around, can't get it to drop. Denning on the opposite end, puts it right back up, however. Second put back of the quarter for Ashlyn Denning. She's up to 5 in the quarter. 40-30 now, the 10-point advantage for the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Back, McKimmey with a steal. Brooklyn Brown in front of her. McKimmey pumps the brakes. Now she'll pop off a jumper. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Denning on the opposite side. McKimmey now will fire a long three. Timeout by head coach Sean McKimmey. Will take one with him. Gordon-Rushville leading at 40-30 over the Morrill Lions in this third place contest.
Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
A season on them, I press them again. It's just really satisfying seeing how beautiful they turn out. Quite honestly, when I'm on the grill, we should really be charging double with the quality and love that I put into them.
Straight Harmon back with you for the rest of this fourth quarter. Gordon-Rushville leading at 40-30 over the Morrill Lions. Head coach Sean McKimmey calls the timeout for the Mustangs. And now the teams will return to the floor. 10-point advantage for the Mustangs here in this fourth quarter, trying to pick up a third place finish in the Western Trails Conference Tournament. Kylie Goings will trigger it in from the near sideline. 1:27 left to play. She surveys, looking for an outlet, gets it to McKimmey, poked away by Brooklyn Brown. Gordon-Rushville will change up the strategy. Now will stack it in front of the near sideline. Goings over the top to Rowan Simonson. She pulls it down. Goings now pulls things back out to slow it down. Goings almost loses it, flips it back to McKimmey. Ball loose on the floor. McKimmey tracks it down. McKimmey on the far side. Pass up to Denning. Denning. Now carry going to be called on Ashlyn Denning. 40-30, 1:10 to play. Morrill gets it back, trailing by 10. Brooklyn Brown up the floor on the left wing. She gets run into. Batted away by Goings. Now in the corner, Carazales fires a three. Comes up short. Rebounded on a bounce by Rowan Simonson. And a jump ball called. Rowan Simonson has three defenders collapse on her. And the blink of an eye, he'll stay with the Morrill Lions. Back in action after Kylie Goings ties the shoe. Brooklyn Brown bounce pass to Spohr. Now Carazales on the left wing. Brown right wing. Picks up the dribble back to Carazales. Carazales left elbow. Blocked away by Emma Martins. She picks it up, trying to go the other way with it. Denning to her left. Drives down the left side. Emma Martins lays it in for an easy two after the steal on the opposite end. 42-30. 38 seconds remaining. Edwards straight away, looking for an outlet. Can't find anybody, gets it to Michaela Dykes. Dykes has the ball poked away. A steal for Ashlyn Denning. Denning with Edwards in her face. Down the right side, Denning will lay it in from the right side. Ashlyn Denning with a heck of a fourth quarter, 7 points in it. Now a steal on the backcourt, McKimmey takes it away. Down the right side, she'll lay it in from the right side. As currently Gordon-Rushville pouring it on in the closing seconds, 46-30. And now pushing it up the floor, Carazales will have it at midcourt. Time expires. And the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs will win it 46-30 over the Morrill Lions in our first third place contest of the day. We step aside. We're back after this on KNEB TV.
Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
For free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Trade Harmon back with you, wrapping things up after a third-place contest. The Gordon-Rushville Mustangs win at 46-30 over the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs win at 46-30 over the Morrill Lions to take third place in the Western Trails Conference Tournament. They were led by 16 points from Braylon McKimmey, 9 points from Ashlyn Denning, 7 from Emma Martins, 5 from Riley Schultz, 4 from Rowan Simonson, 3 from Lindsay Simonson, and 2 from McKaylee Campbell. For the Morrill Lions, they fall, and they're led by 15 points from Brooklyn Brown, 6 points from both Michaela Dykes and Caitlin Walker, 2 from Madison Carrizales, and 1 for Claire Edwards. As the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs, your third-place finishers in the Western Trails Conference Tournament. We're back after a short break. Boys' third-place contest coming up next between Morrill and Mitchell here on KDB TV.